Hi, I was supposed to make this video few days ago and I did. And but somehow there was a lot of noise from outside, which is very ironic because that is exactly what I was talking about. So I saw this video on YouTube which was talking, like the YouTuber was talking about um, how we have two kinds of voices inside our head. One is inner voice, and the other is the outer noise. And a lot of people are not aware of it. The thing with me that I have always been aware of it, but if you are aware, I think the problem arises with how to differentiate between those two, because let's be honest, we never got to learn how to really be aware in the first place, and also how to differentiate between those two voices that are very strong, very distinct in nature. And I was kind of thinking about the differentiation, and it made me realize that um, it is different in a sense that when it comes to the mental noise, it is again derived by outside of you. It is influenced by a lot of things that are not necessarily you, that is not innately you. And its loudness is very high, its volume is really high. It's very loud in your head, in your mind. And I think also we have been taught to kind of focus on that kind of noise in our day-to-day life. That is what we are taught since our childhood, to oh, just focus on what you think. And we do, and without any realization, without any awareness if it's really ours or someone else's, you know is it really benefiting us or not? And we never ask these questions when it comes to when it comes to um shit, give me a minute. When it comes to mental noise, right? Okay. It's late. I'm sleepy. Bear with me. Night is the only time when I can find some kind of silence and peace, and I really enjoy it. And my creativity blooms somehow. But inner voice, right? Yeah. So the inner voice is completely different. It's it's not it's not it's not loud first. It's more like a whisper, you know, that speaks under your breath, under those loud mental noises, and tries to get your attention, hey, here I am, please look at me too. And because we are never taught to even bother about the inner voice. We don't usually. And a lot of people are not even aware that they do have this inner monologue that are them, you know. I have been lucky enough to be aware of that inner voice since a very long time. But because I was told to focus more on the mental noise and what everyone else is saying, what everyone else is expecting, what this voice that is constantly reminding me of who I should be, you know, and what other people expect me to be. I never really focused on, regardless of being aware of this whisper. The thing with the inner voice, see, two voices can't exist together. Well, in most cases. In order to listen to your inner voice, you have to slow down, decrease the volume of mental noise. And a lot of people can't do that, but you have to do it. Some days I still can't differentiate between those two. And some days my mental noise gets louder on its own. It freaks out, it likes to be loud. So it freaks out when it's not. And it tries its best to get my attention. And I try to give it with love and patience, as we all can do that, right? But at the same time, I think our goal should be more towards the inner voice, because again, the another difference is with mental noise, sometimes it tells you things and you are like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. But just because you want something, it doesn't mean it's good for you. And mental noise doesn't care about what's sometimes, well, not all the times, but sometimes it doesn't care about what's good for you and what isn't. The thing with inner voice that I have seen, and that's how you can differentiate. The thing with inner voice, it will never. It comes from this source where everything comes from, right? So it's innately good, and you can't really ever, like, the inner voice will never tell you anything that would harm you or anyone else around you. It won't. Not in a real sense, like, not in any bad sense, it won't. It might hurt some people's ego, it might hurt your own ego, but it won't, like, ask you to, like, hurt people or hurt yourself. And I think that's something I go for, because one of the things that my inner voice always tells me is something that I need right now for my highest good. It might not something I want, it might not something I enjoy, but it is. It's good for me. I know that. I know that. It's like eating healthy food and exercising and waking up in the morning. Those things. You don't want to, not innately. You're never wired that way, but at the end of the day they're good for you. And you just want to follow it. The previous video that I made, it was much better than this. I covered a lot of topics, but this time, I just, all I have to do, all I have to say is this: there are many voices around us at all times, especially now. And within ourselves, we have multiple voices as well, influenced by other people, influenced by other things, in both good and bad ways. And again, in order to truly listen to your inner voice, you have to silence everything else. And it can be scary. It can be really scary. Like, I am scared. I don't know where this is going, what I am doing, whom I'm becoming. But I always try to go back to that silence, especially nowadays. Especially like these past few weeks, I've been trying to do that. And I think it just, your nervous system has to get used to it. The moment it will get used to it, the moment it will understand, like, oh, like this whisper that you are getting since like forever, it's asking you to do things that will make you happy on a long run, that are good for you as human being, not just self-created or societal created identity. You will start listening to it more, you will start embracing it more. At least that's what I hope for. I am trying. I'm trying to be aware. I'm trying to listen to it. I'm trying to differentiate and on many, many, many days. And yes, I'm scared. And yes, I am confused. And I don't know. I don't know where this is all going, but the inner voice says it's going to good. It's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. And it's not just about listening to it, it's also about trusting it. But again, I think you have to have your own um, ways of understanding if it's really your inner voice, is again like another mental noise in a disguise of your inner voice. And um, first, they will always be good for you, and for other people, it will never be negative, it will never be bad, it will never harm anyone, you know, it will never do that. It's always good, no matter what. It might be tough, it might be uncomfortable, but it always is good. And I think that's how you can measure, that's how you can differentiate what is yours and what is projected on you. So I hope I get to listen to it more. I hope I practice listening to it more and doing those uncomfortable and tough things that will be good for me on a long run, or at least that's what I hope that it will be. I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping. So that's it. This is it. This is the video. and I'm sleepy. And also, I'm reading Bridgerton, like the novel of Benedict's, because the second half of the season hasn't came yet, and I was impatient, so I kind of got the book. I didn't read any other book, but I was like, Benedict is my favorite character, so I'm I was really excited to read, and I couldn't wait. But it made me happy, and it is good. So yeah, this is it. Bye.